Good morning, everybody, or afternoon or evening. My name is Sarah, Weight Watcher, Cape Cod woman, and Pearls of Wisdom and Food on Facebook. And the video for today is uploading, so I have to do another one. I mean, I am really short on videos. My 2.5 days off begin today. So I will be hopefully, loading up a few, so I've got some in the bank. Last week was really a time robber, and yet it was a wonderful time for me to be learning more about addiction, and of course the connection for us with sugar or salt or crunch or smooth in our food plans. And Joanne was saying, excuse me, Joanne was saying in her Weight Watchers meeting, they talked a lot about fats and sugars at the last meeting. And so it seems like some really nice changes are coming up for that program. And I'm really, really happy to hear about that. And, it's funny being a member of the choir of the high-fat, low-carb tribe, as it were, is that it does feel like an insulated place to be after being on this now for a few months. And the stress level of the anxiety that I used to feel with the food and the shopping and all of that seems to have been lessened. And I don't really know why. Even with last week when I left my home for, 10, 12, 14, 16 hours, 3 days in a row, with the exception of like rush hour traffic or something, looking back at it a week ago, I'm okay. And I'm not sure if, like, when he came up with the name Bulletproof or Bulletproof Diet, that indeed, this is how I feel. It's certainly gotten simpler. Real one-item foods in my fridge, in my freezer, and in my pantry, it just makes it so much easier. This morning I woke up and I felt rested after only 6 hours of sleep, and I've been lucky. I've been getting 7. And so this morning I'm baking acorn squash, some brown rice, I steamed some green beans. I made my salad for lunch. I made yogurt. Oh, this is going to be kind of neat. That Fai, half a cup of full-fat yogurt, 1 tablespoon of Barney almond butter, and 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and 1 tablespoon of ground flax. And that's going to be my powerhouse breakfast, because I have to eat at 7:30 before my day kicks in. Remember this little kitten? He's a big guy now. So anyway, yeah, I feel like content. I feel like stress has left me. I don't know. It's a really, really weird feeling. And I just was wondering if any of you out there have found that the simplicity of a high-fat, low-carb diet really makes things a lot easier. Shopping and planning and so forth. And, as I look forward to Thanksgiving, I start thinking about the veggies and what fun. There was a butternut squash recipe picture in Whole Foods, and it looked divine. And you cut a butternut squash in half, which to me is the challenge. That's the only challenge. And then in the little belly of it, the mixture it's gluten-free, so it's I think some not ground finely, but some chopped up walnuts and raisins and something else. I'd probably use coconut oil, and I'd probably put just a tablespoon of brown rice, and I'd probably like sprinkle it with nutmeg and cinnamon or something, but baked. And I'm thinking of that with like a some sort of pork chop or something. Not for the Thanksgiving day. I think it would be too much to make like a dozen of them. But I love root veggies, and I love this time of year. And let me see. I've got my Bulletproof roadmap right here. And so his top organic Bulletproof veggie selections are asparagus, avocado, bok choy, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, celery, cucumber, fennel, and olives. And that's his top list. His next batch in his Bulletproof, so we're still in the green zone, I guess the green is the good zone, is cabbage, collards, kale, lettuce, radishes, spinach, summer squash, and zucchini. And he has an asterisk by a lot of them. And he said these items should be cooked. Refer to the cooking chart for the most bulletproof way of preparing these veggies. And you know, I had mentioned before in another video that I was working in this bar and we had started serving spinach salads. And there was this woman, and she was way further down the path than me because this was like 35 years ago. And she said, "You're not supposed to eat raw spinach." And so he says the same thing about kale, collards, and spinach, that it should be, you know, lightly sautéed to release the veggies, the nutrients, but also to get rid of the mycotoxins, the not so good stuff. And she was saying that, and I was thinking, you know, what planet is she from? But, you know, Dave is saying that also for the Bulletproof food plan. And so I wonder, with all the smoothies with the kale in them, if that's maybe not a good idea to have it raw, but I'm not sure. I mean, you know, if you if you were having a Pop-Tart for your breakfast and now you're having a smoothie made with kale and high-fat yogurt or kefir or something like that, you know, it certainly is an upgrade, right? So, oh my, I remember Tang. Oh my God, and we thought that was like going to ease up our lives. Oh my goodness. That should have been in a pixie stick, right? So, you know, it's just kind of fun that today I've got these little things done. I've got some organic chicken thighs for dinner to have with the baked acorn squash, and I think organic broccoli is going to go along with it. But anyway, it's kind of fun, but it's kind of simple too, you know. It's what's in your pantry. For me, it's olive oil, coconut oil, Barney butter, the almond butter for oils, and I've got the spray coconut, I've got spray olive oil. I do have some spray canola that I don't use as frequently. And then, yeah, that part's easy. And then I've got the curry butter, salted and unsalted. The unsalted is for the Bulletproof coffee. And in my Bulletproof coffee today, so this is the November upgrade, I have my Bulletproof ground coffee, which is divine, and I have a tablespoon of coconut oil. I have probably a third of a cup of coconut milk, and 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, and 1 tablespoon of Zyla. And I just got 4 pounds of Zyla delivered from Amazon yesterday, so that's also in my pantry. And with my first blender, my Oster blender from Amazon, I already burned out one of the speeds. So I went to BJ's yesterday and got a Cuisinart one. And so that's in reserve for the day that the other one dies completely. It didn't last long. And, you know, as I threw away the warranty and the instructions, I said, you know, this could be stupid. But sometimes with something that costs under $20 to send it back, it's more of a hassle than just getting another one. So I think that was my logic when I threw it away. So anyway, question for you. Besides what's in your pantry, how are you guys doing with fruits? And how many fruits do you allow yourself each day? I'm still at the bowl of berries midday. For right now, it's after my salad. So it's raspberries, organic raspberries, organic raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries. And I went into Whole Foods yesterday, and I'm telling you that they really have a cap on a lot of their prices. I know that they gaff us. I'm not immune. Excuse me. For some things, I can't wait for the first freeze. They gaff us for some things, but when you walk in the store and organic raspberries and blackberries are, you know, $2.99. Well, they had blackberries. I think they were 2 for $5. They weren't organic, but I wash mine anyway, delicately in a strainer, and let them dry. So you know, it's what we can do. So anyway, I was just wondering how you you treat your fruits now. Are they more sacred, or do you still have them like with the Weight Watchers program where you can have, they're unlimited? I'm finding that I still have my sweet tooth, and you know, they talk about if you eat blah, 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 you will lose your sweet tooth. I think I've lost my cravings, as it were, for the junkier stuff, but I still like a little sweet. When I mixed my yogurt, Barney butter, and coconut oil this morning, and I kind of tasted it, I said, oh, a little Zyla would plump this up, but I'm not doing that. And did any of you see Dr. Oz where they put salt on sliced apples to make things pop? That was interesting too. And I know that I think my father used to put salt on cantaloupe to make it pop. But I do have the Himalayan salt, that pink salt, and I know that a little goes a long way. And I've never really been a salt person, but I do put just one twist of it on my dinner. And just because of the minerals they say that are in it that aren't in anything else. So, yes, I was wondering, so how are you doing with your fruits? And in the Bulletproof plan, they say if you have your one fruit a day and then you decide you want to have a starch like a sweet potato or quinoa or rice, do you forego the fruit? I don't. I mean, I just love my berries and the antioxidants and the whatever. I am at maintenance now, so I'm not sure if that makes a difference. And also, my other question to you is, do any of you use turmeric? I take mine as a supplement, either 500 milligrams or 800 milligrams, depending on like what was on sale, but usually 5 to 8. And I was just wondering, do any of you use turmeric in your cooking? And if you do, could you answer below? And I'm kind of saying this late in this video, so you guys will remember to comment on turmeric, because I'm really interested in it. And I remember I bought some ginger and I never used it. So ginger and turmeric are two spices that I'd be interested in using in my cooking, but I'm clueless. And I'm thinking veggies or casseroles or something. Oh, and before I close, I'm going to be making my noodle-free, gluten-free lasagna this weekend. And it is the organic Italian sausage, sweet Italian. It is ground turkey, because I had some of that in the freezer, into the sauce with peppers and onions and garlic. And then I'm doing sliced eggplant and sliced zucchini that I will put on a cookie rack in the oven, spray with coconut oil, and kind of bake. And then the ricotta cheese with an organic egg in it. And then the mozzarella cheese on top. So that's what I'm going to make that again, because I made it and I really, really, really liked it. And I will be serving it at Christmas Eve for my lasagna, alternative to the noodle one that I usually make for my family. So I can't wait, because I love that. It's filled with veggies and it came out really good. And yeah, so that's my excitement. So turmeric and ginger, do any of you use it? Grated in any of your cooking or smoothies or yogurt or anything. I'm clueless about it, but I'd like to introduce it in more than just a supplement into my food plan. So thanks for watching. This has been Sarah. What's in your pantry? What's in your fridge? Got any ginger? Got any turmeric? Until the next time, bye-bye for now.